I'm Tomlyn Nicholson. This is Thursday, January 29, 2026. Breaking news out of the Middle East. President Trump is ramping up pressure on Iran, urging them to negotiate as a massive U.S. naval armada led by the USS Abraham Lincoln approaches the region. This move comes amid escalating tensions over nuclear concerns and regional conflicts. Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar was sprayed with what authorities believe was apple cider vinegar during a town hall event in Minneapolis, leading to the arrest of 55-year-old Anthony Kazmierzak on third-degree assault charges. Omar continued the meeting after the incident, emphasizing her commitment to discussing immigration enforcement issues despite the disruption. Anthony Kazmierzak yelled demands of Ilhan Omar to resign just before spraying the liquid, linking the attack to frustrations over deportation policies targeting Somali communities. Authorities are reviewing footage to determine if the attack was premeditated or part of broader protests. President Trump warned Iran to negotiate a nuclear deal or face a far worse attack as the U.S. Armada headed to the region amid heightened tensions over Tehran's crackdown on protests. Iranian officials reject the threat, stating readiness to respond to any U.S. aggression. Federal agents involved in the fatal shooting of Alex Pretty in Minneapolis were placed on leave, as a preliminary review confirmed 2 agents fired their weapons during the protest against immigration enforcement. President Trump called for a full investigation, signaling a potential easing of tensions amid national outcry. Secretary of State Marco Rubio testified before the Senate on Venezuela's transition post-Maduro ouster, warning it would not be quick or easy despite U.S. involvement. Lawmakers pressed for clear benchmarks and transparency in the administration's strategy for the region. Tech giant Amazon announced plans to cut around 16,000 jobs as it shifts focus to artificial intelligence investments and streamlines operations, signaling broader economic adjustments in the sector. On the border front, a shooting incident in Pima County, Arizona left a person in critical condition after an encounter with Border Patrol agents. Details remain unclear, but it ties into ongoing debates over enforcement protocols. Related to border security, White House advisor Stephen Miller acknowledged that agents involved in the fatal shooting of Alex Pretty may have not followed proper protocol, sparking calls from GOP Senators Murkowski and Tillis for DHS Secretary Kristi Noem to resign. The Federal Reserve held interest rates steady, with Chairman Jerome Powell citing stable economic indicators despite currency fluctuations. President Trump downplayed the dollar's recent slump, deepening market woes but expressing no concern over its weakness. In economic news, the president highlighted a $70 million John Deere factory deal in North Carolina, calling it a major win for American manufacturing and could boost jobs and innovation. House Republicans attached a repeal to the Arctic Frost repayment provision for senators to the $1.2 trillion funding package, jamming the Senate ahead of the deadline. The move aims to block payouts to lawmakers whose records were subpoenaed in the investigation.